Casey, congrats on the series regular promotion.
Thank you.
What can we expect kind of from you this season now that you have more of a weight in the show?
Yes, I think during season 1 we explored Kevin at not just his surface level, but essentially kind of where he's at in everyday life without kind of diving into what makes him the way he is. And I think season 2 we definitely dive into the insecurities behind his humorous outbursts or things like that, or what he's missing, where he's lonely, and that's really exciting, kind of the dark side of Kevin. While also just exploring the friendships as well, and figuring those out, diving deeper, the relationship with my father. Those are the big 3, I think, things that we're kind of diving into.
Well, it's going to get much darker next season. I'm struggling to understand how it can get darker.
Casey, Casey, the character of Kevin's a great example. In season 1, and probably because we only have 13 episodes, there's a limit to how much story you can tell. But Kevin is his character who everyone loved and was always there and always supporting his friends, but we didn't get underneath or tell a dark story with him. I think there's sort of a darkness, a kind of a cloud that's settled over Riverdale after what happened to Fred Andrews. And I think that the struggle is going to be to break out of that. We also had, we had a kind of a murder mystery in season 1. We have a very strong crime and noir element that's, I think, a little bit more dangerous than in season 1. So it does get darker, and Jughead's with the serpents, and that's a dangerous world. Archie's wrestling with what happened and what's going to happen with Fred. So it does. But I will say, Cheryl just burned down her house, and her father killed himself after killing her brother. But I will say this. Even in episode 1, the premiere, when the stakes are so high, when everyone's waiting to learn, when Fred's life hangs in the balance, I just worked on the cut. There's that great scene with you and Betty talking about what happened with her and Jughead. So there's always going to be humor and the aspirational friendship element to it. Episode 2, the Pussycats are singing a number. Everyone's in retro costumes for Pops, so that will always be part of the show. Yeah, that balance.
Going back to season 1, did you know that Jason's dad had killed him when you started writing the series?
No, when we went to pitch season 1, Warner Brothers is the studio, we were going to pitch to CW, they were like, listen, when you go in there, you can't not know who killed Jason Blossom. And I'm like, okay. And we had come up with 3 possible suspects. So it was a little bit like the Clue movie. When we went to pitch it, we're like, okay, it might be A, B, or C. And I think one of the options was Clifford Blossom, but one of the options was F.P. Jones, and then one of the options was Veronica's father. And things, as you work on the show, things shift and stories shift, and you start seeing things, and you want to tell more with certain characters, and there's certain dynamics. So it shifts. It shifts.
Last question. Go ahead. You teased a supernatural element perhaps in the panel this morning, which really excited a lot of people online. So does that mean that we could maybe expect Sabrina to start inserting herself?
Listen, I've made no secret. I love Sabrina. Sabrina is part of the Archie universe. I would love to introduce her. It's tricky. The big challenge is, we've got this universe where it is dark and there is crime, but there is no supernatural. And it does feel like if you're going to introduce that character, the rules of the world change. So part of it is figuring out how that actually is going to work. I probably have already said too much, but it's certainly something I aspire and hope to do in some way.
Thank you.